As we're told, the Prophet Muhammad said that the best speech is the speech of Allah in the Quran, and the best guidance is the guidance of Muhammad in the Sunnah. And the worst of all matters are those things innovated by the people, for all innovation leads to bid'ah, all bid'ah leads to dalala, all dalala is an nar. So we seek refuge from Allah from that nar. One of the Sahaba said, it is incumbent upon a person to teach his family Tauheed. One of the first obligations of a man is to teach his family about Tauheed. They must have a firm understanding of Tauheed. Before you teach them anything else, before you teach them the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and the Barney songs and all that other stuff, it said that the first thing that we should teach our family is the concept of Tauheed. Okay? We teach our kids this. We understand what is La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. First of all, with regards to Tauheed, if I was to ask you, because we're Muslim, and this is our deen, and we say that we're Muslim, can't nobody take this away from us, and we believe in this, and we die hard and whatnot. So if someone was to ask you, what is our purpose of life, what would you say?
To worship Allah.
What chapter and verse is that in? Purpose in life, chapter 51, verse 56. We talked about one of the Sahabas. He had voiced that it's incumbent upon every person who's the head of his household to instill Tauheed upon his family. The first thing that we teach our family members, our children, our wives, is the concept of Tauheed. While this society, they're trying to gear our children's or our households, our daughters, our sons, and whatnot, they're trying to gear them towards this jahiliyyah and this lifestyle with everything that they have on TV, so forth and so on. Those who are in charge of the households, the men as well as the women, it's the responsibility, inshallah, to instill and to make sure that everybody in their household understands the concept of Tauheed. So the first question I asked was, what is our purpose in life? Okay? And the sister said to worship Allah. Chapter 51, verse 56. Allah said, and He did not create jinn and men illa liya'buduni. He said, except that they worship me. So the whole purpose in life is to worship Allah. Our whole concept in life is to worship Allah, nothing else. Not to be here to gain notoriety, to be famous, to have a bunch of money, to be a millionaire and say, yeah, I did it, and then die. That's not the purpose of life. Allah said that our purpose of life is to worship Him, to see who will worship Him and who will worship a shaitan. Who will go with Allah and who will go with shaitan. Okay? So when we talk about the concept that must be taught as Tauheed, if I was to ask, Amira, who is Allah? Who is Allah?
The God.
The God. Okay. That's a good answer. The God. What else can you tell me about Allah? What does He look like? Raise your hand. What does Allah look like? Anybody, raise your hand. So He is unseen. Okay? Can we see Allah? Who can give me an example of a prophet that asked Allah to see Him? What happened? Okay. So it was Prophet Moses. Prophet Moses, he told Allah, he said, well, let me see you. I want to see your countenance. I want to see your magnitude. I believe in you, but I just want to see you. I hear you talking to me, but I want to see you. Okay? He said, look at that mountain over there. Look at that mountain. If that mountain can bear seeing my countenance, if that mountain can bear seeing my magnitude or my majesticness, okay, then you'll be able to see me too. So we're told in the hadith that there was a light that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala removed some of His light to show on that mountain, and the mountain blew up. Boom. Now we're told in the hadith that the amount of light that was shown was only the amount of a light of a fingernail. Only the amount of a light of a fingernail, and it blew the mountain up, knocked Musa alayhi salam unconscious. And then when he woke up and said, he said, glory be to thee. If you do not forgive me, I'll be of the wrongdoers. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, this is to let you know that no man can see God and live. Okay? Nobody alive can see God and live. Okay? Where is Allah? Huh? On the arsh. What's the arsh? His throne. Okay? So Allah is where, Amira? On His arsh. This is the Arabic word, which means throne. Okay? Where's His throne at? Above the 7 heavens. Okay? And these are things that are a part of our aqidah. These are a part of our belief system. If we don't believe this, it can take us out of the realm of Islam. One time, a man and a slave came to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. A man who was beating his slave, and they came to complain to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She was black. This is in hadith. So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he asked her, whom am I? He said, you are Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then he asked her, where is Allah? She said, fis samawat, meaning in the heavens or above the heavens. He said, let her go, she's a believer. Okay, so to know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is on his throne, he's above the seven heavens, and to say that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he's the Prophet of Allah, this is Imaan, this is a part of faith. Okay? Who created Allah? Nobody. When did he come into existence? Huh? Always was. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, everything in existence is created except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There's a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said that the non-believers, they will keep asking questions until they ask the question, well then who created Allah? Who created Allah? They'll keep asking questions. Who created Allah? Right? But he said he always was. We can't even fathom, we can't even comprehend the concept of him always being, because in our finite understanding, we only know what it is that we know with regards to our life. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, he created everything in the heavens and earth while he himself was not created. Okay? Remember the hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? He said, 50,000 years before Allah created the heavens and earth, he created the pen, and he told it to, and it wrote down everything. Okay? So that's called Qadr. When we say Qadr or predestination, this is something that's already been decreed, it's something that's already been written. So Tauheed is the acclamation or the proclamation of the understanding of one God, that Allah, he is the God. He's unseen. He's on his throne. Okay? He's above the seven heavens. He's not created. He always was. One of the concepts that is a misconception that we should not continue to say, although this was something that we were taught, oh, God is everywhere. He's in me. No, he's not in you. You'd blow up if he was in you. Example of Musa alayhi salam, the little bit of light just showing to the mountain, it blew up. So God is too holy for him to be everywhere. He ain't in the bathroom. He ain't in the cat, the mat, the rat, the dog, and all that. No, he's above his seven heavens. But he can do whatever he wants. Kun fe kun, be and it is. Okay? So this is Tauheed. If we need anything, who do we ask it from? Allah. If I want something, who do I ask it from? If Allah gave something to somebody, but I don't like that person, but Allah gave it to him, and I get mad because Allah gave that person, what is that? What am I doing? Envy, and Allah's the one that gave it to him. So you're mad at Allah because he gave somebody something. Right? There's a hadith. There's a hadith of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with regards to him blessing people with stuff. Okay, this is an understanding of Tauheed. Because Allah does what he does. He gives whomever he pleases. He said he takes away from whom he pleases. He blesses with understanding whom he pleases. And he can remove understanding from whom he pleases. So there was a man in the time of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he had long hair, and it was very nice and pretty. So one of the Sahabas was jealous of him. Okay, they said they were great, making wudu or something. And his hair was long, and it was sparkling and whatnot. And the man was jealous of him. So the man did Al-Ayn on him, which is evil eye. Okay, so the Arabic word for evil eye is called Al-Ayn. Listen with an Ayn. Al-Ayn. Right? Ayn. Al-Ayn, which means the eye. We say the Ayn. Ayn means eye. Ayn means two eyes. Okay? Ayn. So Al-Ayn, which means evil eye. Right? To give somebody the evil eye. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Al-Ayn is real. To do evil eye, this is real. And this is a part of magic. Okay? So the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there was a man at the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam who had long hair, and there was a man who was jealous of him or envious of him because of his long hair. And so the man did Al-Ayn on him, like he looked at him and was wishing bad for him. You know, like, oh man, that hair. And so the man broke out into some type of sickness. Okay, something happened to him. And so the news went to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam about this man. So the man went to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he examined him. He looked over him and he said, okay, who did Al-Ayn to him? Somebody did Al-Ayn to him. Somebody did some type of magic to him. Who did it? And so one of the men, in the time of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they would hurry up and tell on themselves because they understood that Allah might send a revelation on them. And so before Allah sent a revelation, man, they told on themselves, like, man, Allah ain't supposed to tell on me in the Quran and make an eye out of me. So they tell on themselves. Ya Rasulullah, I did Al-Ayn on him. Okay? So the Prophet said, listen, if you see something good in your brother, he said, if you see something good in your brother that you like, that Allah has blessed him with, don't be jealous of him. Don't be envious of him. Don't covet what it is that he has, but ask Allah, the one who is the possessor of all things, for what it is that you want or what it is that you need. And then you make dua for your brother that Allah increase giving him those things. But never envy, be jealous, or covet what the next person has. And thus, whatever it is that you're doing or not doing, look into yourself to see what it is that you're doing or not doing so that Allah can bless you what it is that you're asking for. Okay, but in Islam, we don't hate. We're not jealous because Allah blesses somebody with nice things or whatnot, you know, or certain characteristics, because Allah is the one that did all of these things, right? And this is a part of Tauheed. Rabbil Alameen, we say Rabbil Alameen, He is the creator, He is the sustainer of all things. Nobody sustains anything in this earth except Allah. Okay? So Islam teaches us not to be haters. It teaches us not to be jealous and envious of our brother or sister. It teaches us that if Allah bless somebody with something, that is His decree to bless that person with something. The thing is, if we want to be blessed with something, we have to find out what it is that we need to do to be blessed with that thing. Okay?